We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-David-P. I got a call. This is pretty interesting. There's a caller who isn't happy with an anti-death penalty argument that I guess I made at some point. Take a listen to this. This is very interesting.
David, you did it again on today's show. The death penalty, arguing that we sometimes kill the wrong people is not an argument against the death penalty, dude. That's an argument against the judicial system. That is not a argument against the death penalty, just like I've heard you say. It actually costs more to administer the death penalty than it does to keep somebody alive. Okay, that's an argument against like government bureaucracy. That is not an argument against the death penalty. Please state a good argument against the death penalty, a moral one.
Okay, so the claim that the caller is making is that me being against the death penalty, in part because we execute innocent people, isn't a good argument against the morality of the death penalty. It's an argument just against government being unable to decide for sure, to know for sure whether someone is actually guilty. I actually disagree with this caller. I think all of these are valid arguments against the death penalty. Some want to restrict arguments against the death penalty only to why it's wrong to have it, assuming we could execute it perfectly. But the reality is we live in the real world. And so we have to be able to consider these other arguments. So the main argument for me being against the death penalty is that I believe it is wrong for the government to put people to death. I believe it is wrong for the government or the state to say, well, you killed someone, so now we kill you. I think it's beneath us. I think it's retrograde. I think it's antiquated. I think it's cruel and unusual. So that's the main reason I'm against the death penalty. It shouldn't be the business of the government to be putting people to death. In addition to that, we also have to consider the justice system isn't perfect, and we never know in all cases. I can't imagine we would ever be at 100%. Only guilty people get convicted. And so that's another reason, because it is irreversible. The death penalty is irreversible, and we want to maintain, because any justice system sometimes makes mistakes. I would rather be able to release someone from a life sentence if they didn't really do it than kill them. In addition, there's the fiscal conservatism argument where it costs more to put someone on death row and ultimately carry out the execution. So if you care about that, that's also an argument. So all of these things are valid arguments. By itself, I agree, saying the death penalty should be abolished because sometimes we kill innocent people. I'm with you. By itself, that's not a strong enough argument. But it's fine to include it as part of a bigger picture about the death penalty and its problems. And there's other issues as well, which I've brought up in the past about the death penalty. So I respectfully disagree with the caller that it's not a valid component of opposition to the death penalty. But by itself, it is not nearly strong enough. Let me know your thoughts. We have a great bonus show for you today. The bill to codify abortion protections has failed in the Senate. The baby formula shortage is making many parents very anxious. And we will talk about Thailand's new plan. Remember, Trump calls it Thailand. I call it Thailand. To give away 1 million free cannabis plants to households. What are they up to and why? All of those stories and more on today's bonus show.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money. Everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
I'll see you then.